Everybody got desires, yes?
Yeah.
Everybody has a in and an out,
Yeah.
yes?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got wishes.
Mm-hmm.
You have wishes.
Yeah. You have wishes.
Indeed.
Even cat has wishes. Yes, Musi?
If I had many or pens,
Yeah.
I would be able to do this a little bit better, but unfortunately. Now, most at present, right,
Mm-hmm.
would see this as static,
Yeah.
no movement.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on your belief system, this will appear to you in many different forms.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Now you'll look at one as each wing.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Some may see now you could put that into anything that fits your belief system, yes?
Yeah.
Often don't see what's here.
Uh-huh.
This is only a static imprint that's encoded into every single thing in this biome, yes?
Yeah.
So you would often look at this as a divot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It will manifest in many ways. There is many more. It depends on how you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Some may see a bearded individual
Yeah.
with quite the spiky hair.
Yeah.
You ever know where this symbol comes from?
No, I don't. Is it from that?
But again, you're only seeing part of it. Most will fail to see name the shape.
1, 2, 3, 4, hexagon.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, some symbol.
Clearly, this is just a drawing that does it no justice.
Yeah.
Like I keep saying, go within. What made you protect me? You don't know, right? An urge to come and protect me.
Yeah. Huh.
Now, what made you do that? Just the inner an inner pull. You have defended me for a lot.
Yeah.
All them many years back, you safeguarded me. Isn't that strange? But you want something in return. Although you don't need to air it, we've already spoke about it, but there is something that you want in return. Maybe if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
And do you feel that within?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not only so again, all sorts going on inside. Yes? However this presents itself to you is, well, however you'll take it. You could see it with 3 beard hairs, yeah? 3 separate beards, scraggly beard.
Yeah.
Again, this is only part of it. You see, it's all about belief system, right? We all have an inner and an outer, yes? So you could put inner mind and then you could put your outer mind or reality. Inner reality, outer reality. Yeah? Neither one favors the other. But then we have an awful lot that goes on beyond. Helps you understand pyramid structures, triangular, beautiful. And you could look at this as wings. So you could say yin and yang, yes?
Yeah.
The same way. You can draw this in any way you want. But it's I think the beauty of this is what comes from within. It's within. It's always within. Go within. Go within. Because when you begin to go within and you melt down all of your expectations, let's say, and your whole pareidolia, yes? Because again, this could be looked at as, oh, it's just pareidolia, or it's just this, it's just that, it's just this. I'm not sure I'm going to release the video on this just yet, where this moves. Because I think it then puts in a whole lot of, it brings to discussion a whole lot of, everybody's got something, everyone's got something that they want. More so than any money. You can wish for money all fucking day. And then we'll listen and say that God tests. You'll hear lots of people say this, right? That God tests. Well, if you mean that this is God, then God is testing. But how do you not know? That the divine I call. You call it whatever you want. Spirituality, witchcraft, whatever you want. Label it whatever you want. Devil, wow, interesting. But yeah, sure, if that's what you align to. Wow. But how do you not know that the test is yourself?
You don't.
You don't.
No.
You don't. And then we say that Jesus is going to come back and walk the lands in the same place. What makes you so sure? You got to understand, this learns you, you learn it. Bit by bit. Anyway, it's not really about this, to be honest. This is just one part of a.
Yeah.
That's in an awful lot more than that. That is just pretty basic, and I think that's where most individuals will probably say the light. Follow the light, the light, the light. Some see it as demonic and other things like that. Anyway, so we will understand the whole Jesus and anything else, right? Mm. And Jesus is going to be returning and this, that, and the other in the exact same. You notice that history, throughout the whole of history, it repeats over and over and over and over again. And then you would have to accept that, let's just say, whatever this is, that it's stupid. That it is just dumb. You know? Do you believe that? No. And then just people who are chosen. Now, there's two ways to look at chosen, okay? Chosen by divine. There's one. Now, what about leaders born into royalty? No criticism whatsoever. People who are born into wealth. Yes? Are they chosen? If you added up all the leaders around the world, kings, queens included, dukes, whatever else.
Some of them claim
you're chosen,
that,
right?
Yeah.
Well, why are you chosen? Well, because you would never have made it to here if you weren't. This is a human monopoly. This is a human claim. The things that humans do to other humans.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with this. This is your choice, your test. This has got nothing to do with, and it's clear that anything that comes to question the status quo is often eliminated very quickly. Now you think about that. That's been happening throughout generation after generation. And then you'd have to ask yourself whether that's a divine, that's a demon, or whether that is just you. You know, for me, it falls down with this whole demon, devil. This is just a very good belief system to get into. Well, if this is the only existence and you fully believe that once this is done, it's done, then so be it. If you honestly believe that a devil, you see, this is it. Okay, this is just. So some individuals that I've followed believe this wholeheartedly, and it is just a belief system that humans have told other humans. And the real test is, when do you wake up to that? At the moment, it seems to be about a few. But they claim godly. Well, if it was godly, well, then wouldn't godly then include all? Not a few.
Godly will include all.
So when you begin to break it apart for what it is, I mean, because you're not allowed to question nothing, right? Were you born to question?
I think,
Yes.
As children, we ask questions.
So birthright is you are to question. But when you've got a mobile phone and you're constantly looking down, where are you not looking?
Up.
when you apparently have all of the answers right in front of you, which you don't, but you believe that you do,
No, you don't.
because someone somewhere has chosen this information. Again, chosen.
Yeah.
Chosen ones choose the narrative and constantly bombard you with it. As be all, end all, know all. Holier than thou. They give you a book and tell you that that is all of the knowledge that you could ever understand. Now, I'm not knocking it, because some influences in this is truthful with narratives of human corruption added to it. It's the way it is. It's just the way it is. But yet, we have these people that come throughout history, actually periodically. They come with this wonder, this knowing, this next level. Anyone that ever challenges the status quo, Princess Diana, Martin Luther King, JFK, keep going, Khrushchev, there's another. This is not limited to just Western culture.
Yeah, and not always very, very well-known people, but still those people who question what happens to them.
So could you imagine if Martin Luther King had money, influence? What would be the different outcome? We already know this with Diana.
Yeah.
She had money.
Yeah.
And look what she chose to do with it.
Yeah.
To go and clear up so that innocent people were not treading on landmines.
Yeah.
Some of the people that are most impoverished are drawn into a battle.
Yeah.
But you know they couldn't possibly win. Odds are stacked against them.
Yeah.
And you'll notice this trend. What if Jesus had money? Think about it. Resources then, back in the time, perhaps not money. What would the difference be? Secondly is, then why are these people often killed before they get a chance to really tell their story?
Yeah.
That doesn't come from a world, and therefore, Jesus was tested, refined in fire. So was Moses, so was this person. No. You are all tested. All of you that are around, you are being tested. But no, it's you being tested. It's you. Yes, because the divine always tests like this.
Everyone.
There's never a before, is there? Well, if you'd have known, then you wouldn't have said these things. You wouldn't have claimed that you're an atheist. You wouldn't have claimed this. Means to an end. It's amazing before. You know, but don't say. Then you begin to say what you understand. You are swamped. Now, this wasn't quite swamped around beforehand, but now, like vultures on roadkill. You're being tested. You're being tested. No, you are being tested. And again, it's weird that life forms will say that they are testing the divine, but not the divine testing the life forms. You see how they switch.
Yeah.
So then we have this understanding then, don't we? Do not question. I've already told you what is happening. Okay? This is what's happening. I was born into this family. I'm chosen. Well, you know that ain't true.
Exactly.
What generational curses are you meant to break? Now, whether the bloodlines have been tweaked, manipulated, taken over, you all got the same thing in common. Which one breaks that bloodline cycle? The ones that question,
Yeah.
or the ones that follow because of this is what's been done.
Who's questioning?
But there is no questioning. Because you accept the script you have been given. That's because you're chosen. That's why you got that. Oh yeah, of course. How could I forget? Dig further back. Was it authentic? Is any of that authentic? Or was it stolen? Was it manipulated? Was it rigged? Was it twisted? So the whole belief system of devil. You know, that's what makes you do something that you don't want to do, right? Because you believe in the devil, right?
Yeah, some people do.
So you're allowed to make people suffer. Well, why is that? Well, because, the devil would want you to do that. And the devil will give you an easy life, which means godly, if you want to put it that way. Will give you a godly experience. Will protect you from misery, suffering, and all the rest, because you are inflicting misery and suffering onto others. And therefore, you get a godly experience because of the misery and suffering that you put on somebody else. That's very twisted. Because they've spent most of their time shutting their eyes, seeing darkness. You drew your own attention to that. But the light doesn't care whether I'm evil or bad. Why not? Because it didn't come and smite me. That's interesting. It's far patient than that. You see, the biggest test is this. Cherry picking. But when you have all the supposed answers, it's all there. Let's just do another mathematical equation really quickly. This nation here in Britain charges the most tax and has less treasures in it than a nation that charges less has got more. You can say, well, space program, you can say it's got all of the stuff that's the same as here. But here doesn't. It's almost like this nation is secretly paying for America, Australia, EU, Russia, in order for them to all pull up their space programs. Did you not ever find that very strange? That's very weird. Would you tell me whether that is a institution that heads religion? They don't ever rewrite it, right? Not from anybody else. But have kings and queens rewrite that Bible? It's interesting.
It's also interesting how because they not only rewrote it the way they translated it, because some words have more meanings, and they might have decided to use meaning that is not the original meaning in some case. In many cases, who knows? We don't know. It's the original language. It's not Latin, is it? Some was written in Aramaic, some was written in Latin.
Go back further. You can go back further than that.
And the Old Bible, Old Testament is in Hebrew, isn't it?
Yeah. Where did you get that from? Where did you get it from? Who was before that? Then who was before that?
Yeah.
Who was before that?
Hmm? Mesopotamia, Sumerians,
Who was before that?
who knows? We are still finding new and new buildings that and thinking what era they belong to, how many thousand years ago.
So this whole belief system predates this empire.
Yeah. A long, long time.
Predates all of the languages that are about today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So is it then that it's been taken from another culture?
Yeah.
How old are the pyramids? How old are the Mayans?
Mm-hmm.
Don't dig deeper.
Yeah.
Well, if you can dig down into the Mesolithic and bring out massive cores, what else do you think is down there?
Yeah.
Under the oceans?
Yeah, some of the buildings are hidden under the oceans.
So
Because
that predates what? Everything.
Everything we know, because we didn't find many, did we?
And what do you think all of these empires have got in common?
They rose and then they fell.
Interesting.
Some of them lasted a very long time, like Egypt, or quite a time, like Romans. Some of them didn't last that long, did they?
Tested.
Yeah. Yeah.
And faint.
Yeah. Because it's a whole structure, it's not just a few people on the top. If it doesn't work somewhere, it doesn't work anywhere. And it will collapse on itself, won't it?
And some of the languages lost.
Yeah.
Actually, most of them.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an interesting pattern.
Yeah, sometimes you have some writings and no idea.
And then how many existed in that time?
Mm.
How many different variations of language existed?
Yeah. Yeah.
And ask yourself the question then.
Mm.
Where did it all go?
Yeah. And can you imagine in Ice Age, as you said, people using ice because it was everywhere and maybe they had nice writing or something and it's gone?
How many have been lifted? Do you reckon on this planet alone?
I don't know.
How many made it?
I don't
Well, you wouldn't know, would you?
know. I don't even know, or I don't guess how many people lived here before us in different times. Many? Not many? Who knows? We say that not many, but if they used cremation and spilled their ashes somewhere, we would never know, would we?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But there is one thing that happens each time. Evolving. You see, to get to feel a population,
Yeah.
an empire, would be to walk at the bottom.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Well, you think about it, there's been behavioral patterns happening
Yeah.
all the way across this globe.
Yeah.
It's insight. When you're done, you're no longer worthy. That's how it is. Reach a certain age, you're no longer worthy. Certain color skin, no longer worthy. If you are sick or disabled, no longer worthy.
Yeah.
Replaced with a robot, no longer worthy. Go too slow, no longer worthy. Step by step, step by step.
Yeah.
Replace you with a robot, no longer worthy. There's always these excuses that come about.
Yeah.
There's not enough air. When you look at slavery,
Yeah.
sell memory, sell memory, sell memory, sell memory. Slavery never went away. It got bigger.
It got, how would you say,
It got more covert
changed.
and it got a
Yeah,
lot bigger.
covered is the better word, but changed sort of slowly over
Yeah.
time. So you don't see it that visibly. In some places it's very visible, in others it's more covered, but
And
still
then
there.
if you look at it, my family, being yours,
Yeah.
my family is allowed all of this protection, allowed all of this money, allowed all of these opportunities, allowed all of this, allowed that, allowed chances, allowed banks to open their doors, allows anything you want, jump the head of the waiting lists, are allowed the best of anything hospital. This is pattern. You who built all of that for me, wait. You are an inconvenience to this system.
You are just the builder of it. That's it.
And we look at the way different things operate. Well, you pay a tax, NHS, pay a tax, dentist, pay a tax for this, pay a tax for that, pay a tax for this, pay a tax for this. Then we'll move over to private. Everyone pays that tax.
Yeah.
And everyone pays that privatization.
Yeah. So you pay twice for the same thing. Because private companies are not gonna build the stuff, are they?
All of your back, your work, your labor through family generations.
Yeah. That's the difference between here and America. In America, if there is private clinic, it was built by that company.
America was built on immigration.
Yeah. Yeah, but hospitals and systems like that, they were not always public, so...
Land of the free, correct?
Yeah.
All people from all places coming to help build.
Yeah, they came from different places, yeah.
Then when a certain population numbers build up, it's the same here.
Now people are sent away. Their status is taken away. Sometimes they even lose their citizenship and they are sent away.
But a lot of it's being blocked because they have a lot of self-defense mechanisms in place.
Yeah.
Forefathers were before their time.
Yeah.
Divine hands rest upon the minds.
Yeah.
Here, you have none of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Immigration will be blamed for things. That's the next one. So once you've got rid of benefits, once you've got rid of the NHS, well, it'll still be
Then
there,
it's
but it'll be
immigration.
privatized.
Yeah, then it's
Then it will
immigration.
be immigration. What's after immigration?
Slowly working people. They will be replaced by robots by then because
By then, they'll be
it will
replaced by
take
robots.
some time. Yeah, robots will be
What are the
developed.
working people going to do now without a job?
I don't know.
Well, it would be exactly the same as what already started out.
Mm.
People in the beginning were unworthy.
Mm.
You don't get nothing.
It's probably best to leave
Then
it now.
we can use these people to build our shit for us.
Yeah.
Use the people.
Yeah.
Build all of this stuff up.
Yeah.
You jump the queue.
Yeah.
That's your behavior. You would do that anyway.
Mm.
Then remove these people from it.
Yeah.
So you're going to see death rates increase, especially when it goes to privatization.
Mm-hmm.
Then with the limited amount of jobs, the death rate is going to increase anyway. Disease will become quite the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No longer allowed to hunt on the lands. That's poaching.
Yeah.
Shitty up the waters and kill off all the fish. This stops Britons. What are they going to eat?
Mm.
Remove all the forests, own all the land, keep you all off, keep it all with the law. Once the cops are gone, the soldiers are gone, the intel are gone, replaced with robots. You made your bed, you lay in it. And then, you're breathing all of our oxygen. We're chosen, you see. Well, we can't have you burning fires anywhere. Go get cold. Then you start to die from the extreme fluctuations in temperature.
Yeah.
Less and 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 less dentists, less and less and less and less and less hospitals. As long as you've got a few of them, they're easy to build. Only needs to take care of this many people, so why do you need that many? Experimenting on medication. Right, found the ones that work. Yep, and this one. These are a no. These chemicals, we won't be eating those. Oh, why not? Well, because you're chosen. And because we were chosen, you're now chosen to be the guinea pig. Oh, perhaps I'm wrong, right? Perhaps all of this is just an illusion. This has never happened before. This didn't happen in the beginning. Then you became useful. As soon as you are no longer useful, get cold, die, eat this, play around with that. Go on, try this. Especially from a nation that charges the most. How did it get like this?
Slowly but surely.
I don't inherently blame the government, although you are in the making of it. Everybody is. You've got a chance. Yeah, so do you. You're being tested. Yeah, so are you. Who pays your wages again? Both sides. We're becoming overpopulated here. Come on, look, it's really doing something. Go and make a war? What's that? That'll get the fucking numbers down, won't it?
Yeah, let's fight somewhere.
We got way too many of these. We need to lower their numbers because then we can bring the robots out. Come on. And you would tell me that this has got something to do with divine, or has it got something to do with individuals that think they're divine before they've even got there? Well, you're close to death anyway, so you'll let me know how that goes. That's usually how it goes, isn't it?
Hmm?
What do we want to go to space for? Why do we want to go out there and collect all the resources for? Why would we want to do that? Well, to keep the people that apparently your people in good health for a long amount of time. You know, because you're chosen after all. Isn't that what the chosen do? Well, perhaps I've grown accustomed to it, but isn't that what the chosen do? Truly chosen.
Yeah.
But anyone that doesn't want to do that, how are you chosen again? Self-appointing, self-serving,
Yeah.
self-worshipping, nothing higher than me.
Yeah.
Equal mentality? We're stepping too far now, aren't we? Equalness? All people? No.
No, they don't believe it, even though they say it in society.
Any age?
No, they don't believe it either.
Any disability background?
No.
Place for all? No. Weird. You would think that an empire, such as this one, that is charging money like no tomorrow, perhaps for obedience, hasn't got a fucking clue where they're going. What are we here for? To play around with the people? Keep putting obstacles in their way? Because this ain't the divine that's doing that. It's you.
Yeah.
But you have a choice to do so and a choice not to. This ain't the divine.
They are filling their pockets so quickly that they don't even know what to do.
You think that divine, God, label it whatever you want, is coming here, putting roadblocks in the way.
Yeah, it's charging people tax, isn't it, the God?
Yeah, and it's saying don't go to space because, you know, you've got more than enough to look after just your bubble, your family. You've got more than enough. Keep charging the NHS. That's kind of weird, isn't it? You give them money over here, but then are like, come on, you can park these here, but come on, pay me this. That's weird. That's like me giving them a piece of land and then next moment, at the end of the week, taking away that land. Then giving them a piece of land and taking away that piece of land. Whereas I could just give them a piece of land and they could build something else and give them another piece of land and then they'll build something. I mean, that's very strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a weird behavior, isn't it? Because if it was pictures of yourself that you wanted, well, can I help you and interest you in a camera? Oh, I got another picture of me on it. Oh, I got another one. Oh, and another one. Come on. Serious. It's the divine. They're putting things in the way. What about yourself?
Yeah.
That's very selfless of you. So you felt a calling within yourself and decided to act upon it. Isn't that strange? You. That's weird. Would defeat the object, that would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There are a fair few people, quite a few individuals,
Mm-hmm.
that have got some fucking mental ass skill. They're broke as fuck. Never been given a chance. Why not?
Yeah.
They could move this fucking island. Why are they not given a chance? And then we've got the whole issue with Ukraine right now. Nothing quite like making a food growing problem. This is already going to come. The EU are not aware of this just yet, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Massive flood.
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine not growing the food that they're usually growing. Oh. World Economic Forum coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Must be climate change. Well, it's got nothing to do with human intervention here, has it? So prediction, you're going to run out of food. This is weird, isn't it? Very strange. The way this is all beginning to come around. Everyone had their wages go up. Now they've lost them in £130.
£138 just in energy. Yeah.
Just in energy.
Yeah, but
You might as well
everything,
call that tax.
but everything goes, yeah, but everything goes up. So every year, people have less and less money, even though the wages go up.
So again, give money here,
Yeah.
take it back here.
Yeah, take much more on the other side, but it's done sneakily, isn't it?
Yes, because most people think that the bills they're paying are paying instantly for energy when they're technically not. You're paying a middleman. A company that gets it from National Grid.
Yeah.
Well, technically, they're not even doing that. National Grid sends it to your home.
Yeah, they just pay for you and take 200 to 300% themselves into their pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they go bankrupt with billions
Yeah.
that are never recovered.
Yeah. Or they are bought by different company or whatever.
Yeah, but then where did this other company get this money from?
I don't know.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
They managed to get some money to buy a company.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you buy a company, do you buy its debts as well?
Because they stole then they charge you for the debt you had with that previous company. That's what happened to me. I was with Shell and then suddenly I was with Octopus.
So there's nothing quite like that says bull and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And you mean to tell me that this is lawful?
It is lawful.
How is that lawful?
But if you went somewhere and took a loan and they would tell you that you have to pay them 3 times that amount, at least in my country, it would be looked as extortion, and there is a word for it, how those people are called who do that or did that in the past. And that's not very nice word to call them. I don't know if there is word like that in English, so I can't tell.
Probably buried in bureaucracy somewhere.
Yeah, but in Czech we say lichva, lichvář. That's someone who will lend you £100, but then you have to return them 300 or 400 pounds.
Yeah, you see, that's illegal if it's a loan shark doing it.
Yeah, but this is the same.
Yeah, this is no different.
Yeah, that's no different. Only no one knows that. And it's in pens, they will say. But it's not, is it?
So only a government could get away with doing that. Who built National Grid?
Government.
Out of whose money?
People's money. People's tax.
And then sold it on to some middle company?
I don't know if it's sold. I don't think it's sold.
Or
Only-
buying and selling, yes?
Only middle company is making money on it.
Right, but the government will say that if you were to, okay, let's say I own a house.
Yeah.
Let's say I put a meter on there. And then I decide to charge the tenant 4 times the amount.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
So why is it illegal for one, but not for another?
Because they made it so, didn't they? There are some CEOs sitting on the top. Happily making billions, millions and billions in profit, depending on the size of the company.
Then the last time I heard that everybody overspent during COVID here in this nation, but it went to rich chums,
Yeah.
according to the inquest.
Yeah. How would the energy companies actually lose if people had to be home and had to heat their homes and cook and be home more time in more small units?
What happens when you replace people with robots? How are they going to pay their energy bill?
I don't know.
And the council are trying to make it so you can't have solar panels or wind turbines.
Because robots will need charging, won't they? Who's gonna pay for their energy? Robots won't pay for that. Maybe they will. While they work, they will give some value back or something. I don't know. I have no idea. That's their problem.
But this is supposed to be a nation, and all of these things are put in power so that they protect all of us, yes? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah, king should protect his subjects, or queen her subjects.
Subject to what?
To them. That's what it's called, isn't it? I didn't make that name. You asked me.
So Sweden has a kingdom, yes?
Yeah. Denmark, Norway. I don't know Finland. Do you know Finland? Netherlands, Spain.
That's 5.
Yeah, I don't know. Monaco is very small.
So how is it that we've got a government and a king?
Because in the past, at least that's what I was taught, it doesn't have to be necessarily true. In past, the lords were not happy with kings, and in some time they gained more power because there was more of them and they had more money at certain times. So they created something called parliament in different countries like that, to have a ward, to have like House of Lords only existed or something similar to that in some kingdoms, not all of them. And over time it developed into something like we have now. That's what children are taught, I don't know.
So the difference between a kingdom and a nation that doesn't have a king or queen, that just has a government, what is the difference?
They have either prime minister or president.
Okay, but what is the difference? In structure, in the way it operates, in the way it's run?
In structure, people are more equal in republic because there's no gentry, no better people like dukes and barons.
In a true republic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In a true republic, everybody is equal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this word gets thrown around an awful lot.
Yeah.
You're a republic. Would you accept immigrants? With that, my lord, I rest my case.
Some. Yeah. But they run away to Germany anyway.
So what about a world looker?
Huh?
Exactly, it's a new phrase I'm just tossing around.
No idea. Ukrainians usually came, Russians came, people from East usually come to, because it's usually people from East go more west, like Czechs would go to Germany, maybe some to England, maybe some somewhere else, and so on. So it moves more like that in peaceful times, more peaceful times. Now with Africans, they go anywhere, but they mostly like Germany, France, and United Kingdom because they have rich social securities and are bigger, and I don't know.
So what do you think would happen if you removed all governments, all kings and queens?
Chaos.
Honestly,
Just for a little.
this is not.
Just for a little bit.
What would there be chaos over?
When you remove something and people don't know what is happening, that's why. And then something gets created instead. I don't know, maybe it takes some steps and then it's not chaos. It depends how it's removed.
Do you think if you didn't have all of that confusion with .govs,
Yeah.
do you think the people would come together and find some way of finding a universal language?
I think they quite often use English as universal language.
English, the most contradictory language I have ever spoken in my life.
Yeah. There was international language developed once. I know about it. It's called Esperanto. It's not spoken in any country. It is just international language. I don't know even if it's still in use
And Latin?
anywhere. Latin is from Old Rome, isn't it? Latin is closest to Italian, isn't it? It was used by Catholics, by Christians, but mostly by Catholic priests and monks in their establishments. They spoke Latin, and maybe some nuns spoke Latin as well. Or they learned Latin and they read Bible in Latin and understood it that way.
Do you think different languages have been taught?
What different languages?
All the different languages, do you think they've been taught?
Taught to
Deliberately taught to be different?
looks like it, doesn't it?
Well, apparently, if you believe the status quo, we all came from Africa.
Yeah, I've heard that in medieval times in Europe, people were able to understand more each other, even if they came from now those different countries. So there must have been some more universal language spoken.
Can you follow the sentence? Language.
What?
Language barrier.
Language, yeah. Yeah. I can understand a little bit of Slovak, mostly because it was Czechoslovakia, so it's kind of bilingual, even though I wouldn't know all words that perfect, and I wouldn't know some writing because there are differences.
You also know Russian.
I know some Russian because I had it at school, and I kinda didn't have that much difficulties like others.
English.
But if someone spoke Polish, which is next to Czech Republic, I don't understand that. Maybe some word now and then, each like 10th word, which doesn't help. But people who live close to the borders usually speak the language, and southern Czechs speak German because there's Austria, and in Austria they speak German and so on. But that's just because they are close to those others.
So what about if there was a universal hospital? What about if there was a universal pension pot? You see, this is a numbers game. Is everybody guaranteed to reach pension age?
No.
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 Is everybody who pays into that likely to need a dentist?
Some people just very little.
So that's a no again.
Yeah.
Is everybody likely to need a hospital?
No.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. Some more, some less. Yeah, that's true.
So if each year you paid into a pot per month, but you weren't using the facility for the best part of 20 years, where has that money gone?
Yeah, I wonder. But then some other people might need a lot. Who knows? But yeah, that's my case. I paid health insurance here. It was taken in Canada, in Czech Republic, and
And you never used it?
I never used it. I needed...
Did you get your money back?
No, I needed medical attention a few times, but it was not serious to go to hospital, really. Just to go to a specialist for some help a little bit. Yeah.
Which you could have just gone to a pharmacist if you needed something. Most of the time you recommended a pharmacist.
Yes, a few times I really needed doctor, but yeah. And my parents, when they were younger, no, they didn't need it. Now that they are older, they need it.
So you pay like you need it, so you don't need it.
Yeah.
Where has all this money gone? Do you think it comes in knocking down one hospital, building another?
Could be, but doesn't happen in my country.
Knocking down, building another. Knocking down, building another. What about police stations? Knock down one, rebuild it. Knock down one, rebuild it. Knock down one, rebuild it. So a police station.
I don't think it happens either. It's here.
Yeah, it's here. Yeah, wasting money is.
Wasting
I will
money
find
here,
where your
yeah.
big black hole budget
yeah.
is. That's where it's going.
Yeah, if you saw hospitals in Czech Republic, there's many different buildings because built in different times. So some of them are like more old-fashioned, some of them are modern. But overall, the whole group of buildings is still one hospital. They just add another one and they decide, okay, we need more for, let's say, for cancer patients. So we'll move them here. And this one where there was half cancer patients can be this part now. And they will move one, and they don't.
Well, they don't knock down the old
Yeah.
ones. They convert them into flats. And then these go on to be sold.
Yeah, no, in Czech Republic, they just add more and more. And if that hospital reached in that area the most, it stays for that. And then because it's a big city, or it's behind the city, so you can still build, or in the city, you have other hospitals that can be made bigger.
So fair enough, the new hospital is bigger.
Yeah.
But add that to another hospital that was already standing.
Yeah.
And build this one and keep it at the same time and keep both of them
Yeah.
in an ever-expanding city would be more logical.
Yeah.
But to sell that one off.
Yeah. In Prague, there is a hospital that was there like sort of place for ill people like maybe 500 years ago, and then started to be built into better, and maybe 200 years ago became hospital, and it's still there. That building that's there maybe 200 years old.
And then if these old buildings have been sold, where did that money go?
Yeah, that
Well, it went into the new build.
Oh.
Right.
But because they sell it for funny price, probably it's not enough anyway. Old hospitals should stay as well. You cannot just knock down hospital and build new one. I haven't seen it even in Canada, in Toronto. There are hospitals that were built and they are still there.
What about your prisons? Jam-packed? Got people in there?
Oh, I never really.
You notice politicians
but
will always go for people on benefits, but they won't go for prisoners.
yeah.
And then I got to ask a question with this whole benefit bullshit that they're claiming. What about the people that work and have to claim benefits?
That is disgusting, isn't it?
Right? Okay. Are they in this big black hole budget?
Yeah. What are they gonna do?
That's
They
interesting.
work.
Yeah, they work, but they also have to claim benefits
they
because
work
they don't get
and
enough.
they pay taxes, and because they pay all those taxes that drain them now, I think that's what they get on benefit.
And then once the militaries are all shrunk down and obsolete, this is coming.
Yeah, it is
Replaced
coming.
with robotics.
Yeah,
We still pay a tax.
I already read that there was some fight, Ukraine Russia, that was without people. Already read that. So some drones or something went against each other or something. So it's coming.
Yeah, because
It won't take
while
too
you're
long.
flying these things,
Yeah.
yes, you need a well, they'll be like, well, you need soldiers to fly this stuff. Yeah, but about that,
Not forever.
it's learning you.
Yeah.
And therefore,
Yeah.
it doesn't need you next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is an illusions to start with, because you might stand up and say this, that, and the other. It's very interesting. And then what are all these soldiers going to do? Because I think they're paid to not work. Right? So they're not in active war right now, but I think they're still paid.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
I think that not the whole world will end up this way.
Yeah, but where are they going to go?
I don't
Into
know.
the same pit that everybody else is in?
Yeah. In Shantytown.
What happens when you come back from Afghanistan and you might be a bit shell-shocked or you need some help? What happens to you? Bye-bye, you're done.
Yeah. There
You find them homeless.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. You're done. Bye. 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 And then you all get replaced with robots. Bye.
They might end like Terminator.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
But they're not reaching for space. Why the fuck not?
Because,
Well, because we're never going to bother with you lot anyway.
yeah, because they don't want to give people freedom, do they?
Why do I want to do that? There's more than enough here for these. Us. We're chosen. These are purposes. Even the CEOs that sit atop of them, you're no longer needed. Well, I can make a robot go and get that company off you. Look, the robot will already know how to rebuild this anyway, but still. But that's okay, I've got loads of money. Yeah, for now. While money's worth something. The dawn of robots, money is worth fuck all. So's gold, so's silver.
Gold might be used in some technology,
This
probably.
is just an illusion.
Silver probably as well, but not that much.
Even still, it's just a piece of metal.
Yeah, not that much.
It's an illusion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because you'll think, well, I got fucking stacks of this cash, or bars of gold. It's nothing. Once the robots are here, that's it. Fucking, it means nothing.
Yeah, you can make them from gold if you need to.
Money becomes obsolete. Well, I'll try and buy some land. Yeah. Here you go, robot. Here, put this in your pocket. Turn a blind eye for me. I'm just going to run in the woods and go and get something. What are you going to get? Oh, I'm just going to go and, eat some stag, maybe. I'll feed these people. No, you're not. I just gave you some money. What's it want it for? I'll charge you. Solar panel? What does it want?
It wants the program to run correctly.
Okay, so
Wherever they...
what are you going to do?
Yeah. Wherever they make mistake with the robots, they will pay for it later on. They do, and people do make mistakes.
And then electricity.
Yeah.
Up. What are you going to do? Do you actually have a government in power or any leadership in this fucking country that knows a way forward? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, straight up no.
No. They don't even know what they are doing.
No, they really don't, especially if they keep coming out with these fucking figures.
Yeah.
We got to make cuts. Well, why did you knock back a few Earls and Lords? What do we need them for again?
Yeah, why don't you cut something else? Why do you cut from people's pockets? Why don't you cut from your pocket? Why don't you cut some programs we really don't need?
Because that's not it. They're chosen. You're not.
I don't care.
Why are we going to do anything for you when, it cease at the moment? They're means to an end as well.
Let's get robots and replace them on councils first. That will cut a lot of money.
And then once they've landed it against all of these things that the tax did pay, no longer is the tax paying for those things because you will have to pay for it private. I mean, fucking hell. And then they're going to be another political, or people are going to wake up to that. By then, I think the bots will be coming out. Too late. And what they're going to do next time they get on stage? We've got another black hole budget coming up. It's a deficit, massive. What is that black hole then? It's our pocket.
Yeah.
And that tax that you're going to give me is already burnt a hole in it.
Yeah.
Come on. Come up.
Yeah, you have to work for freedom. You'll get some carrots and potatoes if you work well.
Right there, Britons. If you want to earn some money and some food, we got a task for you. Well, what's that then? You see all of those grains of sand on the beach? I want you to sort them into color-coded patterns. Oh, yes. Oh, okay then. How are you gonna work?
I don't know. In this country, I don't know. This country is really good.
Well, I'm not going to say that it's every nation around the entirety of the world. It just gives you something to think about. Where's the way forwards?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Because I don't see any movement.
I don't see it
meat.
here right
China, that is impressive. 2 pence.
Yeah.
2 pence for those McDonald's toys. Unless we were taught bullshit. Were you told that? That they were paid in pennies and 2p and a penny to get one of those like McDonald's toys and this, that, and the other. It was so cheap labor and everything else.
No, I was
Look
grown up
at their
by
nation that they've built from that. If that is true.
Yeah, they had it on more levels than just McDonald's. Different things. Yeah. Huh?
On that budget, and they've got a space program. Here, we're charging over the odds than that. Do they have hospitals in China? Oh yeah, because they rolled that one out in weeks. Fuck me, that was brilliant.
Yeah, they those big.
They built that hospital within a week.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that is artistic. Literally, that is beautiful. This is a nation that has developed itself on the smallest income ever. That's incredible. That is incredible. And they got a space program. They have a military. They have hospitals. I'm sure they've got libraries. Internet. On their way. 2 pence to 1 pence. Per piece of plastic that they were sending here that you put inside a Happy Meal. This nation charges $1 billion over the odds on that. Yeah? I don't even know what that is per person. Could you imagine here paying fucking 2 or 3 pence? And I'll say, but yes, there's more people there. Well, you're opening it and letting everybody in like there's no tomorrow, so sure as shit, this must count as something.
Yeah, they said that 1 year was really 900,000 people came in, so that's nearly a million, isn't it?
And they managed to budget that well. Well, they're on their way. That's fucking impressive. And here, charges way much more for less.
Yeah.
For everything falling down around you. I mean, is it me?
No, it's not you. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, does it?
Yeah.
But you can't compare another nation to our nation. Wanna bet? Just did. Is it lack of direction? Is this the plan? Is this really what's going to happen? Is the empire falling down but no one wants to admit it?
Yes, it is falling down, isn't it? There's no empire.
Well, no, not anymore, I'm sure.
Few countries that still have king of the United Kingdom as there, but that's
and this
about...
was the empire that made the railway, built this, done this, made piston rings, did this, did
so
that,
many
did this.
inventions.
All of this sort of stuff. And what has it mounted to?
Nothing.
Control.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst imperialistic dictatorship that you've ever seen.
You know, Victorian times were terrible for poor people, but at least it was empire. Now it's terrible for poor people. There's no empire left, is there? Nothing. Nothing. Just nothing.
That's what we make their most, throughout history, some of the most hard-nosed dictators even shiver at the thought of it. And all of this is for what? We're going to bring back this because you're treason. No, it's not treason. This is not treason. No, because if it was, you lot would already have been gone on that law already. Because you lot are wrecking this. That is treason. My words, your actions.
Yeah.
Your actions versus my words. But shit me, you come and put obstacles in my way. It sounds like you've been putting them in your own way.
Yeah.
Well, you must hate your country. No, I don't hate my country. If you will call it my country, you know, you'll hear that ego. My country. Fucking hell. It's only your country when it's spoken the negative, or if you've got to go and fight for it, or if you've got to do this. But you want to build it up into something. What are you doing in my country?
Yeah.
When you say we, you mean I, right? I don't know, man. Fucking hell, mate. Test. You're being tested.
Yeah.
But I forgot. I'm not allowed to have an opinion in this nation, am I? No. That's got to be all hidden, because you never know. You know, if none of this is true, and none of it is true, let's be realistic on that. None of this is true. Why would you hide it? You know, you have a judge and jury, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, the people then have the final say on whether something is happening or something isn't happening.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So if this wasn't true, then the jury of this nation wouldn't think so. Because they'd be able to go and have a look at this in society and think, nah, this is not happening. You're wrong. Okay. But if it was in the slightest way true, they would look at that and think, there's an awful lot of good points here. So let it stand. So the public can only do that when it's information that is suitable to be released. But when it's like this stuff like this, it's got to be hidden. That doesn't make any sense. Well, why would you hide it if it ain't true, for one? But if it is true, then there would be fear that people would do something about it.
Yeah.
And then therefore they would want to better the nation, but you don't want to better the nation.
Yeah.
So who's really blocking success? Who's really preventing the flow? Who's really testing the people? Who's really the one that hates this nation?
Yeah, you know.
The ones acting or the ones speaking?
The ones that are very special.
And then who's more genuine? I do happen to see a way forward, but mum's the word, right? Oh, you must hate your nation if you won't even spill the beans, you know? There are so many talented people here, but they're so based in distractions. They don't want to be, but they're trying to numb. Do you know what they're trying to numb? The fact, the realization that they know they have something deep inside them, but they're constantly told no. Why do you think you're told no? Because I ain't the right fucking family member, alright? I'm just waiting for someone to give me a chance. Yeah, I fucking feel you. Oh, my word, this seems to be quite an echo here, doesn't it? How can so many people be wrong?
Yeah, that's true.
Pure talent. Why don't you go and get a job, you know? You know as well as I do. I won't have any time. No one will give you a break. You need money to get money. This I'm fucking hearing you. Pure fucking talent. Pure talent. It's fucking everywhere. What a waste. What a waste of greatness, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Maybe it's just cynical, right? Just cynical, but there you are. I don't know, just seeing it. Perhaps it's my thinking is all corrupt and dirty and I just need to, get a different pair of glasses because they look too rose tinted to me, maybe. Maybe it's that. And perhaps it's because I don't know the hard nights that everyone has had to work and sacrifice all of this stuff. It doesn't have to be this way, and you know it. It doesn't have to be that way. And they pushed through and persevered. Really? Yeah, chance. We got this program like Britain's Got Talent, right?
Yeah.
Do. Is it really Britain's Got Talent?
No, it's just for entertainment, isn't it? To
Britain's
make money
got
for.
innovators.
Yeah.
Britain's got geniuses. Britain's got ideas. No. Anyone want to come and do some singing? We got microphones.
Or dancing or something, yeah, like that, yeah.
Where is this? Yes, I'm feeling ya. I'm feeling ya. I'm feeling ya. Do you know what? We're going to hook you up with something. We're going to get you somewhere. We're going to get you somewhere. We're going to get you somewhere. Why? Because this is prosperity in this nation. Where is it? You might as well call it Britain's Got Tax. Where's the tax for the roads? You know, in the beginning, you'd understand why it was so high, you know, because you got to go and lay all these new roads and shit, like, you know, you say your great grandfathers and stuff. You understand where that money's going, right? Now, you got a crack in the road, it's easy to fix it, just patch it. So now where's that money going? Well, Sinead, we managed to save this much on the fucking road fixes this year. Fucking right, but we're looking for talent. Or we're looking for innovators. Yeah, fucking see what you can do with that. We're not going to give you the money, but what we are going to do is give you the assets. Do you think you can make that happen? Yes. And when it starts churning something out, that'll be it. But until then, look, you got a family? Why, yeah, I have. We're going to take care of that. Why is that so difficult in this nation? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I really don't. There's loads here. And then around the world. How many people wasted potential inside fucking dead-end jobs? What are the next fucking pioneers? Where is that? Then we sit there and go, oh, you don't know how much hard work they had to push through. You don't know how much of this they had to go through. They just sound jealous and bitter and rah-de-rah. Well, I fucking ain't. Where is that around the world? Oh, it's just such a waste, isn't it? It's just such a waste. That is a waste. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I don't know. I just see it different. That's all. It's all it is. I just see it different.
I know.
So many amazing, talented people out there. It's just wasted. And they know it too.
Yes, they do.
So, to tell me the dark nights that they have to go through, I don't think you know it. Suppress that. Then if you know how difficult it is for somebody else, then how come there isn't enough people making it easier for other people? Well, because then there is no specialness in the word genius anymore, because loads of people are. That's what it is. Well, you got more of something.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel special anymore. Shame.
Because they are not special, aren't they?
You see what I mean? There's like this rarity, this
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, you can say, oh, you're jealous. No, I'm just realistic. There's just fucking tons of talent. Everyone wants to be the 1% out of, what, 8 billion people say? Near 9 billion? Everyone wants to be the 1%, the special. Anyway, bro, I'm going to leave it here because, you know...
Not let anyone in, yeah.
Let's say again.
Not let anyone else in when they got there.
Yeah. Yeah, because that makes popularity. Think about a pub, the only pub in Britain. Do you think that's going to be special? Do you think there's going to be loads of people gathering outside trying to get a chance to get a pint at that one pub?
Yeah.
So how does that make you? What would you say about that one pub? It was the most brilliant experience. It could be the shittest paintwork on the wall. No one's going to give a shit. They're just trying to get...
Yeah. Exactly.
This is made.
Yeah, it is.
Manufactured.
Manufactured.
Why not any other pub? Because this one's chosen.
It's,
Right, gee, I don't know. Maybe it's like that. I don't know, but...
it's chosen pub.
Chosen. Yeah, yeah.